And what a mad and crazy world it is. Now, remember that compassionate and caring South African government, the mob who daily trashed the work and reputation of Nelson Mandela, the same lot who filed charges against Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu for so-called genocide, at the same time as tolerating a political party that arguably calls for the genocide of white farmers with its "Kill the Boer" chant. Yes, that noble South African government is now itself being accused of perpetrating a massacre. Last week, rescuers retrieved 78 bodies from abandoned shafts of one of the country's deepest mines. It appears South African authorities had deliberately denied food and supplies in order to smoke out illegal miners, leading to many being trapped a mile underground for months and allegedly resorting to cannibalism. Quote, they cut parts of legs, arms and ribs off the dead for sustenance. They decided it was their only remaining option for survival, said one survivor. A leading union has called the incident one of the most horrific displays of state willful negligence in recent history. Quote, well, maybe it's time somebody charged the despotic South African government in the International Criminal Court with intent to encourage cannibalism, perhaps. And speaking of despotic leftist regimes, hardcore lefty President Gustavo Petro from Colombia is hopeless at running his impoverished country, which may be why he decided to see if he could qualify for the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics instead. Here he goes, you beauty. No, this isn't actually President Petro, but it may as well have been. You see, Donald Trump was having a game of golf when he learned Petro was refusing to take back 2 plane loads of American deportees, i.e. illegal Colombian immigrants. So Trump immediately slapped massive retaliatory tariffs on all Colombian exports. And before you could say border backflip in Bolshevik Bogota, President Gustavo Petro had agreed to take back all future plane loads of American deportees, the lot of them. Give that man a gymnastics gold medal, I say. But are the illegal immigrants actually criminals? That's the $64,000 question. Let's ask the new White House spokeswoman.
Can you just tell us the numbers? How many have a criminal record versus those who are just in the country illegally?
All of them, because they illegally broke our nation's laws and therefore they are criminals as far as this administration goes. I know the last administration didn't see it that way, so it's a big culture shift in our nation to view someone who breaks our immigration laws as a criminal, but that's exactly what they are.
You made a point of the worst first. They all have a criminal record?
And welcome to the briefing.
If they broke our nation's laws, yes, they are criminal.
You can't get much more straight talking than that. This is the hallmark of the new Trump administration, telling the world how it is, not how the left would like it to be. Here he is explaining to a rather dim left-wing reporter, but I repeat myself, precisely why Western nations don't want illegal immigrants pouring into their country.
I don't want my children to share a neighborhood with people who are not properly vetted. And because I don't want it for my kids, I'm not going to force any other American citizens' kids to do that either.
No, and that was a very particular case. It wasn't clear if he was radicalized when he got here or while he was living here.
I don't really care, Margaret. I don't want that person in my country, and I think most Americans agree with me.
Superb. Meanwhile, here in Australia, we are actively encouraging immigration from Middle Eastern hotspots, often with dubious vetting procedures, into our equally precious suburbs and towns. Where on earth is our JD Vance? On a lighter note, and let's face it, we need one, here's this week's language test. See if you can translate the following woke language into a single coherent sentence. Good luck.
Dr. Tracy Castro-Gill, my pronouns are they, them. I am a disabled queer Chicanekis educator and scholar in Washington State with my expertise on curriculum and instruction. These are markers that were made illegal recently in the federal government.
Neither could I. Chicken X, by the way, which I thought must be something extra spicy on the KFC menu, is woke speak for of Mexican heritage. Of course it is. Meanwhile, if you want to ask how to spot a Trump voter, just ask this fella, or Sheila, or whatever.
We can all tell you voted for Trump. We know. You don't have to keep trying to hide. I mean, first of all, the giveaway is you're hideous. I mean, that was the clearest giveaway, that you're all so ugly. Second giveaway, you don't wash your cars. You have salt from the roads all over your vehicle, because just like you don't wash your own body, you don't wash your vehicle.
The salt on the vehicles might be explained by the fact that they actually live on the land and work for a living. But any other signs we should look out for?
Unwashed legs, the concealer that's 3 shades too light under the eyes, crusting foundation, caked on eyeliner, white women with ashy knees, male pattern baldness being covered up with a unit, but the glue is just too thick, so it kind of sits a little bit higher on the head than it should. The turquoise jewelry, chunky highlight, you know the vibe.
Oh, sorry. That's what I love about the left. They never judge. They're always tolerant. They are calm and compassionate and never rush to stereotype people.
I don't know about any of you, but I want off this ride. I want off this ride. And anybody who doesn't see what the going on is they're sympathizers of Nazis, just like Elon's parents were. They moved to Germany because they were Nazi sympathizers, and they're trying to say he didn't do a Nazi salute twice.
You moved to Germany and you're a Nazi. Just remember that. Still, you've got to feel sorry for anyone who has been taught by their school or their university or their woke parents or their politicians that there are more than 2 genders they can choose from, such as this unfortunate bloke.
I can't get a passport right now. And little fun fact for you, in case you didn't know either. For people with gender markers that do not match their appearance, or the gender marker X that are trying to go through United States borders right now, they're being stopped and they're being detained.
Yes, indeed. And speaking of having a passport, or more importantly, not having a passport, here's Selena Gomez apologising to all those Latin gang members and criminals being deported from the States for not being able to do anything about it.
I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
Oh, wish I could do something to get more clicks on Twitter. Oh. Give that girl an Oscar, I say. Even here in Australia, we can do crazy, wacky world better than most. Give a hand here to this young gentleman who decided to celebrate Australia Day by driving a 4-wheel drive into the shallows of Melbourne's Elwood Beach.
Just a quick chat about how you managed to do this.
So, yeah, I was just trying to save someone. He was stuck.
No, you drove this onto the beach?
I did, and I was just trying to save someone, and he left.
You drove this onto the beach. It's a bit of a pickle now because you can't get the 4-wheel drive out.
I'll get it out. We made a bet.
But did you know that
we made a bet. If I get it out, yeah, the dinner is on you.
No dinner, Mohammed. I want to ask, do you know you can't drive on the beach here in Melbourne?
No, I do know. You told me, but I didn't know before.
You didn't know?
Yeah.
It's going to be quite expensive for you. This is a hire car.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's rent-owned.
Not a hire car, just rented. It is indeed a mad, mad world.